Welcome to the Eric Avasar Show. Nick Kyrgios, Nicky K, Crazy Nick, is officially way too out of control to continue playing tennis like this. He has long embraced his persona as the bad boy of the ATP Tour, a sideshow in a sport that so clearly needs personality. Kyrgios has brought personality for years, and at times it's been funny, but now the joke is over. During last night's match against Karen Khachanov at the Cincinnati Masters, Nick Kyrgios committed 5 unsportsmanlike offenses that resulted in a $113,000 fine. Kyrgios has been fined seemingly countless times throughout his career for unacceptable behavior. We're talking about someone who, between 2014 and 2016, has been fined in all 4 Grand Slam tournaments for a combination of unsportsmanlike behavior, smashing rackets, cursing obscenities, you name it. Nick's done it. And now it really has to be addressed. He took a really dark turn last night when, during a break, he decided to, instead of go to the bathroom like he said he was going to, he took 2 rackets, walked out of the stadium, or into the locker room, I should say, towards that area with the cameras following him, and smashed 2 rackets. It's one thing to throw an outburst where you're in the heat of the moment and react negatively. It's another to internalize that anger, to take it and make a premeditated destructive decision. That's what makes Kyrgios now dangerous, in my opinion. When he told Stan Wawrinka back in 2015 that Thanasi Kokkinakis banged his girl, that was inappropriate. That was disgraceful. It was a little bit funny, but not truly dangerous. When Nick Kyrgios used a water bottle to simulate masturbation, I hate to admit it, but that was also kind of funny in a very juvenile and childish way. Of course, that behavior is going to rightfully result in a player getting fined, as he did, but that's part of the problem here. Fines don't work for Kyrgios. It's time for drastic action that forces Nick Kyrgios to make the changes he needs to make in his life to confront his anger. Tennis as a governing body is very weak, comparatively speaking, to other professional sports. If Kyrgios was an NBA player or an NFL player or just a professional athlete in practically any other league, he would have faced the type of discipline and required help to make the changes he needs to make. It's clear that he's not going to make them on his own anymore. He has been a professional tennis player for long enough, and this pattern of behavior continues to get worse and worse. He has to be suspended from the US Open. Each of the 4 slam tournaments in professional tennis are so much more important than all of the others when it comes to prestige, ranking points, you name it. They're on a whole different playing field. If Kyrgios had been suspended from a tournament like, let's say, the Cincinnati Masters, he would not have cared. Suspending Kyrgios from the US Open forces him to care. It forces someone who's openly said he does not love tennis to decide, is being a professional tennis player really for him at this point? The offenses of his are countless, but to see him behave the way he did last night is on a completely different level. The bottom line is Kyrgios is going to continue to behave worse and worse until drastic action is taken. I sincerely hope Nick Kyrgios is suspended from the 2019 US Open. Thank you for tuning in, and please subscribe to my channel.